Welcome. We're taking a quick look at early cultures in North America. North of Mesoamerica, other early Americans developed their own ways of living. Despite their cultural differences, many of these groups learned the same farming methods as their Mesoamerican neighbors. Farming spread to the American Southwest and then along the coasts and up to the Mississippi, Missouri, and Ohio rivers. As farming developed in these areas, so did new cultures. Let's investigate the peoples of the Southwest. The scorching desert of what is now Arizona was home to the Hohokam. About 300 CE, the Hohokam planted gardens on lands between the Salt and Gila rivers. They dug hundreds of miles of irrigation canals to carry river water to their fields. They grew corn, cotton, beans, and squash. They also made pottery, carved stones, and etched shells. Another group, called the Anasazi, lived about the same time as the Hohokam. The Anasazi settled in the canyons and cliffs of the Southwest. Like the Hohokam, they practiced farming. To water their crops, they gathered the water that ran off of cliffs and sent it through canals to their fields. The Anasazi built large stone dwellings that the Spanish explorers later called pueblos. They also built dwellings in the walls of steep cliffs. Cliff dwellings were easy to defend and offered protection from winter weather. The Anasazi and Hohokam both prospered until the early 1000s CE. At that time, they faced droughts that killed their crops. The two groups eventually abandoned their settlements. Irrigation was an important part of life for the peoples of the Southwest. Today, the need for water for agriculture and human consumption is an important issue in California. The Colorado River provides water to about 30 million people in 7 states in the Southwest, including California, and in 2 states in Mexico. Dams and other irrigation projects are used to move water from the rivers to farms, suburbs, and cities in the Southwest. Let's mosey east of the Mississippi River and look at the mound builders. This early American civilization began about 1000 BC and lasted until about 400 Common Era. Its founders built huge mounds of earth that were used as tombs or for ceremonies. These constructions gave these people their name, mound builders. The mound builders were mostly hunters and gatherers, but they began to practice farming. 2 major groups made up the culture, the Adena people and the Hopewell. Scientists believe that the mound builders domesticated many wild plants such as sunflowers, gourds, and barley. Corn became another popular crop after it was introduced to the region about 100 CE. By 700 Common Era, a new people known as the Mississippians arose. Their name came from their location in the Mississippi River Valley. The Mississippians were able to produce enough corn, squash, and beans to become full-time farmers. They also built mounds and lived in cities. Their largest city was Cahokia. It might have had 16,000 to 30,000 residents. Cahokia was the site of the largest Mississippian mound. Cahokia and the Mississippian Society collapsed during the 1200s. As we close this lesson, an important takeaway is the importance of agriculture and development of societies and the effective use of water resources. See you next time in Lesson 2, Life in the Americas. We'll be considering what makes a culture unique. Adios.